Okay, so hopefully you've been watching the other segments, so this is a coherent argument here. We're not looking at this part, okay? We're looking at our C box, so we're going to go up here. We're going to play the long one, so we get 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2. Now, this would be the E string, A string, D string, and the G string. We'd have to take these guys and move them over even more. Oh boy. These guys are not here. Okay, so we're going to get rid of them in a minute. We got to get our guys back here. Alright, so this is what this is. So you can see it brings them over even more and adds to that drift. So that's the long C box. So that's what I'm talking about. The 12 cage pattern stack has zero drift. It doesn't drift one way or the other, but you still have to do the tuning warp when you decide where you're going to start to build a pattern and where is string number 4 and string number 5, the G string and the B string. So again, in this pattern, we have no pattern drift. It just goes straight up like that. So that's an interesting thing about the hybrid string shapes, okay? There's the longs and the short here. Here's the longs, 4, 5, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's the shorts right here, okay? And we have the longs mixed in. We have a short 5, 6. We got the long 5, 6. So these are hybrid in the same pattern stack. We don't have two separate pattern stacks like we had before. Now, as usual, I've taken the better part of the lesson to get to where we have to start from. So this is where we're going to start from, because I've only done these two columns. That's 2 out of 12. We're going to be looking at the key of root, which is the easiest key, right? If you're regular guitar tuning, R is going to be your E. So it would be the key of E. The fourth of the key of E is the key of A, but it's the key of 5 rather. So the lowest playable note going to, when that E becomes the fourth of something, you know. When your root is the fourth, it's the fourth of the fifth of that root scale. So that would be the key of 5. So that would be the key of B if the LPN was E, or if you're down C tuned, it'd be key of G. So let's look at, now that we've kind of, spaced out on what it could be, too many possibilities. Down here I have a little perk from chart 432, half chord positions, and we can reference these boxes to that chart addition. So I've taken a little bit of that chart and put it to the side. This is only for the E column. Lowest playable note string. The string here is the low E string. Here's the A string. Here's the D string, the G, the B, and the E string. Here is the scale. It's a cutout scale. Root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2. Now we're going to cut out on the G string half of a string shape and then cut to what? The fourth string shape of the top. So the fourth of E is the B string. Well, that's actually the fifth, but that's raw notes. The fourth of the E string shape is the A string shape, 5, 6. Okay, that's basic string shape theory. So we're just gonna, or do it by the numbers. 3, 4, you know the open, when you cut out of 3, 4 on the G string, you know the open string is gonna be this 5. So it's just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3. Okay, that is the box that we're talking about. It's the key of R. Okay, lowest playable note on my guitar is C, so it's the key of C. Lowest playable note on your guitar is likely E, so it's the key of E. So we're going to look at the Ionian first here. We're kind of running out of time, so this might be the last segment. We're just getting into this chart. It's not even finished. It's not going to be finished for a few days now, maybe a week even, depending on what's going on. So the first box is the Ionian box. We have the E shape. Now notice I want to, right from the get-go, I'm going to show you from this other chart, 432. All these charts are done. Oh, they're all on Facebook too. Anti-Free Guitar Chart videos group. Follow the instructions below to access the URL. Anti-Free Guitar Charts video group. Anybody can view the charts and the comments and the videos that are in one coherent video, or you can view them in segments on YouTube. As soon as you finish watching one, they have the sidebar that comes up with the other related videos. Usually the next part is the very first video. You just click on it. So here it is. We have an E shape right here, 5√3 second inversion E shape. The seventh of the major root chord is the third modal, or E minor, so it gets the E minor color of green. That's it, just the 3 minor color is green in my color schemes. We've got 5√3. So the question is, what shape we're going to play? We're going to play an E shape here, obviously. So here it is. Ta-da, done. √3, 5, 7. Okay, if you want to play the minor, it'd be like. Now what would that shape be? It gets a little more complicated, but if you're starting on an E shape, following the circle of modes, E shape goes to a G shape. Okay, on the second minor, on the third minor, G shape goes to an A shape, A minor shape on the circle of modes. Here's our A minor shape for that third minor, 7, 3, 5. Right there's an A minor shape everybody knows. You take an A minor, play it, sink it down, just, that's it, on the D, G, and B string. If you want to play a nice 7th chord off of that, you can do that. That's a half A minor shape 7th chord. We're going to get to those, but we're not doing that little perk about what minor, the third modal minor, when we play just the 7th chord and leave the root out. Remember, that could be a minor 7th in the minors. You have to hurry up, it's getting cold in here. So let's look at the next box. Okay, we're back. Alright, if anything, we're just going to have one more segment. I had to switch off the coffee and get on to my morning energy drink, which I like the orange. In this case, it's this stuff. But I like the orange in the morning. Mostly guarana seed was my favorite. And that's kind of a tried and true old thing, so it's cheap. Only $1 something. Alright, so here we are. We're going to move on to the second minor in the Ionian box, in the Ionian column, okay? In the column of Ionian, here it is, Ionian, Ionian. If there's a 4 there, that's the Lydian. Why? Why? Because if that's the 4th, we're going to go 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 6, 7, and then root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I didn't get that 6, 7 there. Try one more time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, root